First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Here we go now on first and goal. Fields now to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Here's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on third and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 91 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game. For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards there, first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And I don't don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On 1st down, Fields able to hit his target, Lamb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Fields. And his throw is incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll give to Hall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Fields. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Fields. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Here's White. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Zamir White, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from evening this one up. Formation fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost start, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Fields. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now does he get to the first down marker? He blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
This is Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. London about set to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. C.D. Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Big Derrick Henry with a couple of touchdown runs. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Jalen Hurts, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They'll run here with Hall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go again with Hall. And they'll get him down right around the 16. From the 16, Fields. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Off play action, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and dropped. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Fields. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
London about set to take over on offense. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
McPherson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. KC's offense ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Fields throwing again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the 50, here's Fields.
It's caught left side by Cooks.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw is Fields. And check down, complete to Hall. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
London about set to take over on offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football, not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Fields now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Back to the ground with Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Fields on 1st down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now it's Fields. Johnson, and it's a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They feel good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1st down, it's Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he will have the Chiefs' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Fields.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. London about set to take over on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The throw over the middle taken in. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Flush to his right.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 2nd and 6. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big fella. 30. Past the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25.
London about set to take over on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.